I'm Tim McMahon. I'm here in Marshalltown and part of the Central Iowa Camera Club. And as you can tell this evening, we're here to celebrate our 40 years of the Camera Club being in existence. And part of our conversations today is a camera collection, of which I've got about 24, 25 cameras here that are mine, and about 32 cameras total from club members. The cameras' ages run from 1905 to last year. So it's got quite a variety, and including 2 plate cameras, which were taken on glass plates, as well as roll film cameras that started about 1905, which, if you're doing the math, that's about 112 years ago when they were made. So a lot of them are Kodaks, which, of course, Rochester, New York, but there is a couple of Conleys, which happened to be made in Rochester, Minnesota, around the turn of the century. I've been taking pictures since I was about 9 years old, and started with a Brownie Hawkeye, which we have one here as an example, and then have graduated up to 35 millimeter and into the digital age in the 90s, but I've always had a love for photography. Due to work, I can travel a fair amount, so I've taken pictures from all over the world and enjoy seeing those, and the Camera Club just gives you an opportunity to enjoy photography and see pictures that other people take as well. So really enjoyed it. I've gone through 3 different styles of film, 4 different styles of film, 5 different styles of film. So we have the roll film, 126. You have the cartridge film from like an Instamatic camera in the early 70s. You've got the disc film, if you remember discs in the mid 80s. You've got Instamatic film for the Polaroids that started in the 50s and then also in the 80s. And then 35 millimeter film that started in the 40s and 50s. And then now digital. And digital, of course, you have a lot of different formats for that. Today's photography equipment allows anyone to take pictures. So in the past, you had to have a good understanding of the technology as far as how f-stop or aperture and speed work to take a good picture. Today, the cameras are smart. So really, anybody can take really great pictures. And now it's a matter of composition and being able to just get out and take pictures.
I started photography when I was in junior high. They had a darkroom in the high school. It was up at Ackley. It was Ackley at the time. Now it's Ackley, Geneva, Wellsburg, and a bunch of other schools. But they had a darkroom in the high school, and I got in there. My brother was in high school, and I liked taking pictures. And they had a little camera, a Bolsey, they call it a brick, a little square thing, and that's what I started out shooting with. We had our own film roll. We rolled our own film. We had our own darkroom. We did everything right there in the school. When I got up to the high school the next year, I got involved with a newsletter for the school. So I was a photographer, and I took pictures of sports events and whatever they wanted pictures of for the magazine that month. I would take pictures of. I did get in trouble when I got a little Bolsey camera, and I carried it around in my pocket. And I was taking pictures of teachers, and I got one of them that was working on her nose, and we got in big trouble for that. Everything had to be edited after that. But I really enjoyed the photography. I went in the Marine Corps in 1968, and we had photo contests there. Special services put on, and I shot quite a few pictures then. I was in North Carolina at Cherry Point, right on the ocean. We had a really nice place to shoot. A lot of things to shoot, different things, the ocean, boats, whatever. I kind of got away from it after that. I got married when I got out, and I think it was in 1992 or 93. We went to a salon down here and saw some of the pictures and met some of the club members and decided we'd get back into it again. And since then, we spent a ton of money buying cameras, and most of them are obsolete now. Went through the film. We had our own darkroom, 300 Cibachrome, which is off slides, 35 millimeter. We did 2 1/4. We had some Pentech 6x7s. Still have them. They're collector's items. Really nice glass on them. And then we fell off into digital. We really didn't like the idea of digital, but we finally just had to go because it was film processing was getting so expensive, and the digital cameras got so much better. They were on par now with any slide you can ever take. The sharpness of them, color rendition, everything about digital is really, really good. The only thing I don't like about digital is there's too many people that are making their pictures in a computer now with all the different programs. They kind of ignore the camera end of it, and they just get I call them slop shots, and they put them in and work them up until they got something that looks really nice. But it's not something your human eye would see. It's something that was created in the computer. I like to see a picture when it's done the way I saw it, with the colors I saw it, intensity of the colors, everything about it. I want it to be natural. And I'm a real stickler on that. We joined the club, it was in '92, and the first thing we liked about the club, everybody there, if you had a question about something, how to do it, how to take pictures, you'd ask them, they'd tell you. Nobody had any secrets. And we've been in the club since '92, and it's the same way now. If somebody comes in new in the club and they want to ask about a problem they have, somebody will tell them. Anybody they ask, if they know how to do it or know how to correct their problem, it'll help them improve their photography. I've taken a lot of the club members with me out shooting and try and teach them the basics. I shoot wildlife, and I shoot race cars, and I shoot just about anything, but wildlife and race cars are my two biggest. And I have blinds on my place, and I invite people out, and we sit out in the blind when it's 20 below zero and take bird pictures. And they're just fascinated that you can get that close to a bird, and they get excited when they look at their pictures. And they had no idea how you could do that, or how you could get that close to them, or how you could get that shot without taking them out and showing them how to do it.
I'm David Giese. I am the current president of the Central Iowa Camera Club, and I've been a member for about 5 years. And so essentially our club has two prongs, I guess. I can't think of any other word, but we have contests that are a part of our learning. We share, and they're judged, and so on. And then the second part of our club is educational programs. We have guest speakers, and sometimes we use our own members to give us some information about some new kind of technique or something of that sort, so that we're continually in the process of learning. Several of our members have been exhibiting at the Iowa State Fair, and I think part of that is sort of impetus that we have. As president, I've been encouraging folks to enter and get more opinions about their work, and hopefully do that. I started, like most kids, I had a brownie, and there's an example of one back there on the table, annoying family and friends and so on and so forth by catching them in compromising situations, which is fun for a kid to do. But I really began taking photography seriously when I started teaching in 1964. I was the director of educational theater at Mount Pleasant High School and at Mason City High School, and my career was about 38 years. And as long as I was directing plays, I took pictures of them so that I could share them with kids, and so I could remember what I was doing. I guess in about the third year of my teaching career, I submitted photograph to an educational theater book, and it was published, and so that made me feel pretty good. So, and now my photography is mostly travel photography, and so, that's where I am right now anyway.